The girl feel I don't meet this guy. Be like say get money, may I collect. Him go say, me sef as I don't see this girl, make I collect. So he check round. The only thing he can collect is sex. He start cornering you. I don't have transfer, but I have cash. Can you? Hey, do you understand? Because this corner me, I corner you. It's like that. That's the reason in the whole world. It's Nigeria. This thing is happening. Can you come? I don't have transport. For that matter alone. Oh, I want to come and see. All of these things, if you go to social media, they are everywhere. We have overemphasized the language of receiving gifts. It's damaging us. And let me tell you where it will pain you until you marry. You see, gift receivers, that's the only language. When you marry, you will not get transport again now. Will he give you transport from bedroom to parlor? He will not give you transport again. And if all you understand is, you know why I'm emphasizing it? Because 90% of the people in the street, they don't speak quality time language. They don't speak touchy language. They don't speak word of affirmation language. They don't even bother about act of service language. All they bother about is receiving gift. When you get married as a lady, no matter how much your husband was giving to you when he was dating you, understand that the money will be now shared into 4. That money, if he's giving you 10,000, just know you should be expecting like 2,000 or 1,500. That hair money, they will cut it. Bone straight is only when you are single. When you are married, bone straight money, some will enter into pampers. Some will go milk. Some will go NEPA bill. Some will go school fees. It's still loving, but they have shared it. So do you see why it's painful? Then you now begin to feel, it doesn't love me. My husband doesn't love me again. When we are dating. And then the man will now say, since I marry you, everything is hard. Because your love language is not quality time. The best relationship, the best love language, I'm telling you, put word of affirmation on one side, put receiving it one side. You see, spending quality time, touchy, and act of service. These 3 love languages are love languages that transmit value. Real value. If you want to be irreplaceable, then you add speed. Don't let it be your way of being. See, don't let receiving gift be what completes you. Don't let it. Even if it is the language you like, don't let it be what completes you. Let it be like when you do it, that is what makes you happy. But if receiving gift is what gets you fulfilled, you'll be a liability. And you have too much disappointment. Does it make sense to you now? Does it really make sense to you now? Why don't we have vacations in our love life in Africa? Like, you have to be a billionaire when the money is over money everywhere. Do you know how we do vacations in Africa, in Nigeria? Apart from those black, if you check in the world, see, if all these niggers, these black niggers, were wise, no white man will be richer than black men in America. Black men are foolish. Their love language, there's no quality than inside. Word of affirmation, those praises and gifts. They will waste all their money. See, hush puppy. If to say they no catch and if one no say na fraudster. It's outing per outing. I was listening to a lady who was being interviewed and talking about the lucrativeness of is it clubhouses or what? This woman opened my eye to something. She said the people who make clubhouses make money. They are called spenders. He says some people spend 10 million every day. Their name is spenders. Then they are hypers. He said any clubhouse that does not have spenders and hypers cannot run. He said all the people that are fooded, those not the people that bring money to the club. The people that buy one for 1.5 and pour it on somebody for sitting on their chair. And they will buy 5. Spenders. Black men. Spenders. How do they make the money? They don't value quality time. They don't. If a white man have that kind of money, he will be quiet, he will have a private yacht. And if you see him, he's he and his wife. Yes. Nigeria, let him have money. Omonile will follow him everywhere, like Tinubu. Gather bills. They will say, hey, they like it. Hypers. Because our love language is far from quality time. Quality time people are one, their heart is for one person. But you see gift, they flirt past flirt. Gift, anything goes. Do you have a boyfriend? No. Why did you take time? I said I don't have. They can break up now for 10,000 and make up for 15,000. Change it back and more because their love language is receiving gifts. They are the cheapest people you can find anywhere. When you are dating them, your mind is not at rest because you know bling. You know, if you are driving Corolla, if somebody comes with business, they will come down. If you are trekking, they are talking to you, they are looking at who is inside tinted car that they cannot see inside. So you see now, so this gives you balance. Now I'm just teaching you this because if you don't overcome your need for things, you will remain too ordinary to be relevant in life. And people can't trust you. Let me tell you the most painful part as you close this session, then you ask the question. The most painful part in relationship is being in a relationship with somebody who loves you so much, but is afraid he will lose you, or she's afraid she will lose you. Nothing is painful like that. The person lives with one leg. He can't find balance. Because you don't understand the person's love language. The person says, come now, let's stay. You are angry. Don't stop getting angry at your spouse's love language. If your spouse is emphasizing something, that is how the person wants to be loved. I'm telling you. And you see, your bond comes when we speak language. We are not speaking the same language, but we must understand each other's language. Alright? So, as we round up, 5 love language. Number 1, let me hear if you can remember. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4,
receiving gifts,
number 5. These things are the 5 basic languages, and I said God speak all of them, and some of us speak 1 or 2, but nobody speaks only 1. Nobody in this world, except foolish, useless people whose language is only receiving. They don't give, they only receive. Now, let me advise you, because I know some of you here are receiving gifts. Let receiving gifts be your way of feeling loved, or learn to speak one of the 4 in giving out. The person who is giving you might not like to receive. Learn the person's love language. Now hear this. The person who speaks your language has conquered you. The person you speak his or her language, you have conquered. You want to be a conquered person, or you want to be a conqueror? God said we are more than conquerors. So God didn't want us to be conquered. Why did Delilah kill Samson? She understands the language of Samson. Majority of church people don't know the language of their husband. They can pray and pray and pray. No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, church is filled with crazy people. You know that we are not married. Most marriages were managing, except the ones who really give themselves to learn. Honestly. The frustration in the body of Christ is too much because there are some, if I'm teaching this in a big church now, some people will get angry and move away. How will he be saying this? How will he be talking like this? It's God that control all things. If God said the man is my man, is my man. But I understand, I don't understand. It does not mean. God does not judge as man judge. That's why the husband is planning to run away. Yes. Have you heard of a man after 20 years he walked away? And he never come back. It's because nobody speaks his language. Okay, with this we can close. Let me call you to ask your questions and then we go.